Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. So today's topic is power of knowledge. Purpose of today's talk: understand the power of knowledge, learn the tactics to enhance knowledge. Simple, practical tips. How to boost your knowledge. Doesn't matter. Don't think that you're retired, you're old, and you don't need to get more knowledge. Knowledge eternal. Till the last breath, that is, we must try to get new knowledge. Salkumar, please mute the microphone. Somebody has unmuted. First, I will start with the definitions. Information. Information is input received by conscious mind through 5 senses. Is it clear? If it is clear in the chat box, put C. Because these definitions are very important. Yes, clear, Rendraji. Thank you. And most of these definitions are not from any textbook or any website. I usually first look for the definitions online. Then when I'm not satisfied, when I see that something is missing, then I modify that one, come with my own definition. Okay, thank you. Then knowledge, the difference between information and knowledge. Knowledge, facts or ideas or data obtained by study, investigation, observation, or experience. I would like you to read that one. Don't take more than 5 seconds. Again, same question. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C. Because every step I want to make sure that we are on the same page. So if it is clear, put C. Okay, Roy Chiranji, thank you. Shekhar, thank you. Because when I asked before today's talk, I contacted some 7 or 8 people and I asked them to tell the difference between information and knowledge. Most of them could not. That is why I'm trying my best to help you get a clear picture. Then power, ability or capacity to do something. As usual, I do Google search to find out whether there are any books on knowledge. Why knowledge matters. The nature of scientific knowledge. The power of knowledge. I'm going to ask you a simple, straightforward question. How many books have you read in the last 3 months? Give me a number. 2. Amit Kumarji. Okay. Ravindranathji, 2. In the last 3 months. It's okay if you have not read. No, don't feel bad about it. But I want an honest response. So I understand there are 20 people. And okay, Nil, don't feel bad at all, because this talk is to convince you and persuade you to do more reading. Sanal Kumar, again, Nil. $152 books Bill Gates recommended. I don't know how many of you know this fact. Bill Gates have said in many interviews, he reads nearly 50 books in a year. So one book per week. Okay, that's fine. Nine medical books agency. So one book per week. And Bill Gates, we know, he has also got only the 24 hours. I'm not able to read, or I'm not doing one book per week. That's also a fact. But he's reading one book per week. Narayana Murthy, book recommendation. Infosys former chairperson. In an interview, he said that he always, whenever he goes to the airport, obviously he would travel a lot. In the airport, there's a bookshop, and you'll get inside the bookshop, and you'll buy 1 or 2 books from there. And during the flight, it may last from 2 hours or 6 hours, and you'll read that one. So people find time to read and empower themselves. Oprah Winfrey. Have you heard this name before? If you have not heard the name, please put N, then I will explain. If you don't know who this Oprah Winfrey is, put N in the chat box. So there's no N, that means all of you know. And she is a Black woman, born in a very poor family. Long time back, she started her career in the radio broadcast, then television host. She is the first Black woman to cross $1 billion. First Black woman. And she has her own channel. It is called OWN, OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network. She is a voracious reader. And she, again, recommends books. And if she recommends a book, that becomes a New York Times bestseller. So her success, a Black woman coming from a poor background, socioeconomic background, reading. Indira Nooyi, Indian. She was the former CEO of Pepsi. Worldwide recognized. Her picture appeared on many magazines. She is also a voracious reader. And she has recently written an autobiography. Obama and Michelle Obama. Obama, the first time a Black man becoming the president of America, many people thought that is impossible. He was able to break that ceiling because of his voracious reading habits. And Michelle Obama, he is also a voracious reader. They have written their own autobiography also. So I'm showing these things, some facts sharing, so that to convince you the power of knowledge acquired through self-study, not from formal education. Are you convinced? If you are convinced, say yes. That is why. Put the child, why? Yes. It is not that just, I'm not sharing just the information. This is knowledge. So that you will think and you will understand. Yes, thank you. As usual, my webinar is always based on facts. I share the facts. Experience, I'll be sharing my own personal experience also. And quotations and thoughts, my own thoughts. Geeta Iyengar. She was the daughter of the famous worldwide celebrity yoga trainer, BKS Iyengar. Knowledge has a beginning, but no end. Do you want me to explain? Put E. If you want me to explain, I will explain that one. Knowledge has a beginning, but no end. Okay, thank you, Amit Kumarji. The point is simple example. There are numerous examples. One simple example. We know before 2020, there was no coronavirus. Suddenly they found that some people in China falling sick, breathing problem and ICU and death and all those things. Then they discovered a new virus. So that was information. That became an information. Then they started working on that one. Oh, then they saw, okay, now it is mutating. Alpha, Delta, Omicron, like that. That is knowledge. Now that knowledge, is it complete? No. This one is keeping on, and how to fight, how to combat, and how to, the vaccine they developed, it is not preventing, and they're working on that one, and medications, everything. So knowledge is a beginning, but no end. Now, is it clear now? That Amit Kumarji, is it clear? One simple example. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So that is why I chose that quote. Gita Iyengar. Knowledge is power. Francis Bacon, he said that some more than 300 years ago. Do you agree? If you agree, put A. Please, if you put agree, 100%, put A. Roycherian, A. Shaker, A. Mutkarji, A. Okay. Now I'm going to show you some more slides. Then that will prove that that is not 100% correct. That's not 100% correct. It is not enough to have knowledge. One must apply it. Many people have knowledge, and when they don't apply that knowledge is useless, worthless, and that is not going to give them any power. And I will give you real life examples also. Before that is Tony Robbins. He is a very successful, highly successful. He is featured on the magazine Success also. A motivational speaker, trainer, coach. It is not knowing what to do. It is doing what you know. Here we have some doctors also. I have shared this in the past also. Doctors have the very good knowledge about all the adverse effects of alcohol. They have the knowledge. But plenty of doctors, I'm not saying all, plenty of doctors, they drink, booze, alcohol abuse, and some of my own close friends, they died from liver failure because of alcohol addiction. Is this simple example enough? That is, knowledge is not power unless you apply that knowledge. Do you agree? Now, if you agree, put A. A, agree. Thank you, Tanvirayeshwiji. Yeah, that is why. Yes, thank you. So remember this one. Don't stop by simply agreeing. Always remember. Whatever you learn, even from this session, you will get some knowledge. Try to put into use. Albert Einstein, any fool can know. The point is to understand. Yeah, people know many things, but they don't even bother to understand. If you want to understand something, you must do some thinking. People don't think. They know, but they don't think. This is my own quote. Reading and memorizing. That is reading and remembering. Information without trying to understand the contents is useless and worthless. That is simply mugging information without even trying to understand what it means. Do you agree? Knowing? Yes, Amit Kumarji. That is what is happening in the formal education in the schools now. Most of the teachers are also, they don't know what they are talking about. They don't understand what they are talking about. If you ask some intelligent question, they will lose their temper. They'll get angry because they don't know how to explain. They don't know how to explain. This happened during my school days and during my MBBS days also. I have seen that when some students ask some questions, some teachers, they immediately, no, I'm not here to do the spoon feeding. I'm not here to do the Spoon feeding. You must go and find out. And tomorrow you must come and tell me. Oh, okay. You asked an intelligent question. Now you are penalized. You are given a mandatory homework. Then students wouldn't ask any question to that teacher. Has it happened to any of you? Any one of you? If yes, put yes. Yes. I have experienced that one. Many teachers, they don't have any passion for teaching. It has become something, yes, Amit Kaurji, it has become just a salary. They're going there because easy money. They don't have to prove anything. There's no target. There's no goal. If you are a bank manager, you have a target. If you are working in the IT sector, you have a target. You have to meet the goal. But school or college teachers, nothing. You go there. The students, whether pass or fail, your job is safe and secure. Am I right? If I'm right, put R. The same thing, not only there, even USA also. Because my son studied the schools again. A significant number of them. No. Yes, thank you. This I'm making thought-provoking. Think. He who asks a question is a fool. The man, fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. And here I want to share my own personal experience. If I don't understand something, if I'm in a meeting, I usually raise my hand and I ask, could you please explain? I don't understand. Oh, that may others may think that, oh, okay, what? This guy is stupid, he doesn't understand. An interesting incident also. 40 years back, when I was in the Toronto Medical College, that time I was a junior faculty. And one guy from England, he came to give a talk on immunity. At that time, there was no PowerPoint. He was showing some slides. And he was talking about rats, nude rats, nude rats, nude rats. Nude means naked rats. That means literal sense. So I was not able to understand what does he mean by nude rats. And on my next left side, there was assistant professor. And I asked him, sir, what is this nude rats? No. The right side, associate professor. I asked him, what does he mean by nude rats?
Device disconnected.
So they were not able to understand, but they didn't have the courage to stop, interrupt, and ask that person. Then I raised my hand. And the speaker stopped. Yes? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't know what this nude rat means. What does the nude rat mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed that you all know nude rat. Nude rat is immunologically compromised. Immunologically compromised rat is nude rat. I think that I have convinced you. For a moment, I may be seen as a fool. But otherwise, I will remain a fool for all the other people. They were remaining, staying fools without even understanding what that speaker was talking about. Is this example interesting, real incident? If so, put I. The real example. If it is interesting, put I. Yes, thank you. The secret, my success. If I don't understand, I don't hesitate to ask. I don't hesitate to ask. Because some people may be saying, oh, wonderful, excellent, just to flatter the speaker. And then if I don't understand, I usually raise my hand and say, maybe I am too dumb. Maybe I'm too dumb. I didn't understand. Could you please explain this one? So I'm putting, because others are all saying, excellent, everything. I think they're all lying. Many people, they lie, they try to flatter the speaker, even if they don't understand. They don't going to gain any knowledge. So that is one thing. This is a take-home message. A take-home message is if you don't understand, ask for clarification. And that is why during the question and answer session, I always say, if you want to ask me some questions, ask me questions. And during the discussion, ask me questions. I'm here to explain. I'm here to clarify. Thank you. Okay. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. That is where I have come with my own quote. We are buried under the weight of misinformation and disinformation. The fake news, especially social media. Lot of things about health, this one. And I'm sure that is, Shaji also may be getting, Gomer also may be getting, I'm getting at least every week, some 2 or 3, the contacts sending me, is this true? Is this the real? I'm following this advice. And when I see that one, that is the typical American expression, bullshit. But people, they believe all this fake information. That is misinformation. Disinformation, deliberately. Misinformation is unintentional. Disinformation, deliberately. They're trying to mislead the people. Do you agree that we are flooded with misinformation and disinformation? If you agree, put A. Because I want to make sure that I am not the only person. Yes, Binduji, Amit Kumarji. I'm not the only person who is drowned or flooded with such fake information. Thank you, Archana ji. Data is not information. Information is not knowledge. Knowledge is not wisdom. During the discussion, after the talk, if somebody wants me to explain that one, I will explain. Because I have to manage the time also effectively. But remember, data is not information. Information is not knowledge. Knowledge is not wisdom. Assumptions and illusions are the real barriers to wisdom. To gain wisdom, we must recognize them and demolish them through analytical and critical thinking. Do you want me to give a few examples for the assumptions and illusions? If you want me to give examples, say yes. Okay, Amit Kumarji, thank you. Okay, thank you, good. See, I love this one. Through this interactive session, then only I will be able to know what you know and what you don't know, and what I should explain and what I don't have to explain. Examples of illusions and assumptions. There are a lot, but I'm going to show you only 4. Sunrise and sunset. Illusion. Sun is rising in the east and setting in the west. Is that a truth? Is it a fact? Is the sun moving? Or is it the earth which is revolving? Convinced? Earth. So convinced that that's an illusion. Long time back, till the telescope and all those things, when Galileo came out saying that it is not the sun moving, it is the earth moving. And that was against the preaching of the church. So he was put under house arrest. It's against what is in the Bible. So scientific, that one truth, it punish him. Got it? One simple example of illusion. Now the second example. Good karma and bad karma. Cause and effect. If you do good, everything will happen good to you. Bad karma or be. Is it true in real life? People who are nice, kind, gentle, and helpful, their friends cheat them. Many people trick them, betray them. You are good. You do the good karma, but you are cheated. People who are doing many bad karma, yeah, they are having a good life. They don't go to suffer anything. Do you agree? I'm not saying this is happening always, but that generalization, that is wrong. Agreed, Roy Cherianji. Thank you. That generalization as if it is a truth, solid truth. No. So that is an, again, illusion. Thank you, Shanmurayeshwariji. And comes Satyameva Jayade. That is an assumption. If you speak truth, always you will win. I know In the legal court cases, most of the time the truth doesn't win. Liars, and they bring false witnesses, and they lie, and the verdict goes against the plaintiff who tells the truth. Because here also I had to fight legal battles. Oh, I was about to lose. My attorneys lost hope. Because they brought many false witnesses, fabricated evidence, false this one. But luckily, I must say, 50% in my hands, 50% Uparwala. I won the cases. I was lucky. Satyameva Jayade? No. That's an assumption. More wealth will bring more happiness. Is it true? Plenty of people with a lot of rich or they don't get any good sleep. They have all sorts of stress. Their own children also may turn enemies because they want money constantly. Their friends and relatives also, they want to borrow money from you. And if you don't give them, yeah, now they're all enemies. So more wealth, more enemies. A beggar is free. You won't have any enemies. Okay, beggars, they don't have any enemies. Okay, that is why they sleep comfortably in the railway platform without any mattress, no pillow, with a lot of noise. Have you seen beggars having a good sleep? If you have seen, say yes. Because I have done a lot of observation. I haven't seen any beggar suffering from insomnia. He is not even getting 3 square meals. But he is very, very comfortable. And you seldom will find a beggar with having a gray hair and bald head also. Most of the beggars, they have hair and their hair is not gray. Okay? So there's no stress. After this talk, just tomorrow, you observe the beggars. This is based on my own observation. Always, that is when I'm in India, that is when I'm traveling in a train and I'm going to a temple or outside also, you'll find many beggars. I look at them. That is, this is information which I am sharing, or this knowledge is based on observation. A little learning is a dangerous thing. It is clear, right? Little learning, then you think that you know everything. You know everything. And some people become very arrogant. The moment they get some postgraduate qualification or a PhD, oh, they think they are experts, masters. Then their mind becomes closed, arrogant. They won't listen to anybody's this one. And I am finding out, one of my friends here, Dr. Govamar is here and Dr. Shaji is here. People doing some Google search about some diseases, their symptoms. Then they think that they know more than what a doctor knows. Then they come and argue with the doctors. Am I right, Shaji ji and Dr. Shivasudan, Dr. Jayachandran? Yes. They are showing the thumbs up. Little knowledge, some information, dangerous. They won't listen to the doctor. We find it difficult to manage people with a little knowledge about healthcare. Very difficult. This is my own definition of this one. What is wisdom? Knowledge plus common sense. Knowledge without common sense is not wisdom. That common sense comes from real experience. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C. That common sense is the missing ingredient. Okay, Arjanaji, yeah. And I gave at least 2 or 3. I think that 3 talks on common sense. There are webinars. The YouTube also, you may find 1 or 2 recorded. It'll be interesting for you to watch. I put one topic as common sense deficiency syndrome. I gave this talk for the homeopathy doctors. Knowledge is transferable. Wisdom is non-transferable. Do you agree? Agree? Yeah. Because this is my own original thought. Yeah, Shekhar, on this thing. Knowledge you can convey. Wisdom from your own experience. Your experience, you cannot expect another person to have that kind of an experience. So obviously, the wisdom is non-transferable. The less people know, the more stubbornly they know it. Osho. Have you read books on Osho? If you have read books on by Osho, please put yes. Please put yes. If you are read. Okay, thank you, Arthina ji. Okay. Yes. Arthina, she has read. Okay, she was then. So some of you have read. I must have read at least easily more than 10 books authored by Osho. That too happened in 1989. Before that, books were not available in the bookshops because Osho was depicted, painted as a sex guru. Media, they were all hostile. I also believed, based on what I read in the newspaper, so this guy is a, what do you call it? That is a sex maniac. After coming to USA in 1989, when I went to the public library here, I saw some books, titles on Osho. And I just picked up randomly one book and I flipped and went to a couple of pages. When I read that one, very logical, very rational. So that one motivated me to read, and I must have read at least 10 books. Original thinker. I won't say that whatever, everything he says is 100% acceptable for me, but most of the things, Rajneesh. So little thing people become, but is that what he's saying? They will argue with you. They think that they know everything. They are allergic to facts. They are there with the closed mind. Benjamin Franklin, we are all born ignorant, but one must work hard to remain stupid. Benjamin Franklin, that is in the $100 bill. And Benjamin Franklin was a polymath. If you don't know the word polymath, I will explain. A man with a lot of different skills. He was a printer, publisher, he was a scientist, an inventor, and the bifocals that is invented by him. Then lightning rod. And he was a diplomat. He was a writer. Numerous this one. Everything self-education. His formal education didn't go beyond the age of 10. So his formal education beyond the age of 10. Self-education. Are you impressed about this? That Benjamin's that quote and his life, this one. If you are impressed, put I. Benjamin Franklin, I have read his autobiography. Yes, Salkumar. So how much the knowledge you can acquire through self-education. Self-education, that is my secret of my success also. I have a collection of more than 1,200 non-fiction books collected over a period of 40 years. I haven't read all the books from page 1 to the last page, but I have read some chapters here and there. And I was not a voracious reader before the age of 28. When I developed this habit, yes, it made an immense change. I'm able to give talks every week. The last 4 years, webinars, more than 150 or 170 webinars on more than 100 different topics. That's because of my voracious reading habit. Okay, earlier you told me the number of books you read. This is my own quote. Ignorance due to illiteracy is unavoidable because you don't know how to read and this one. But ignorance due to illiteracy is 100% avoidable. 70 to 90% of literates are illiterates. The illiteracy is not a word coined by me. It is a dictionary word. Illiteracy means you know how to read, but you don't read. You know how to read, but you don't read any books. These days, many people, they don't even read newspapers. Newspapers also can give you information and knowledge. Many facts, many things. But people don't even read newspapers. So that is illiteracy. So that is avoidable. If a two-letter word for futility, that's for failure and everything. I also used that one before, my own personal experience. I went to Malayalam medium school till the 10th grade. My father was a 4th grader, my mother 5th grader. And I lived in a neighborhood, a poor socio-economic background. My friends, most of them were primary school, middle school dropouts. And at home, we never used to even buy the newspaper. My father was busy with his work. My mother was busy taking care of 3 children. So no intellectual input. And I was not feeling comfortable or confident in speaking in English. I passed all the examinations because I was very good at memorizing. I told you, memorizing without even understanding. I used to memorize everything. And examinations, they don't test your intelligence. They test your memory power. So if you reproduce what you remember, you pass. I passed the SLC with first class, pre-degree with first class. MBBS, again, all the exams I passed. But during the MBBS days also, I was not feeling comfortable in speaking in English. I used to avoid any interaction. Then I thought that if my father had good education, he is a school dropout, mother is also, if they had good education, then obviously they would have helped me. If I had gone to the English medium, if, I lived with that if, then how did it change? One day, I happened to read a Tamil movie magazine. There was an interview with Shivaji Ganeshan, actor Shivaji Ganeshan, a legendary actor. And about his habits every day, every day he reads a Hindu newspaper. I was really surprised and thought-provoking. Shivaji Ganeshan, formal education, 3rd grade. He ran away from home to Chennai in a drama company. I thought, if he could read, and he speaks English also very well. So if Shivaji Ganeshan, with a formal education only 3rd grade, and if he could speak English fluently, that means I have formal education, MBBS and MD. If I am not able to, it is my fault. It is something can be fixed. Immediately I started reading English newspaper. Immediately I started listening to the BBC radio. Started listening to the Voice of America radio. And every day, new words, dictionary, I read, expanded my vocabulary. It took only some 6 months of conscious effort. Yes. Now you are able to listen to me. I'm able to give all these talks in English. And I was in USA and UK, everything that is something. Do you find my story interesting and it is motivating? If it is interesting and motivating, put I am. This one is the real, this one. Yes. Thank you, Amit Kumarji. So whenever I'm giving a talk, I'm trying to actually motivate the listeners. You can achieve a lot, Musamiliji. Thank you. You can achieve a lot. Death is the number 2 fear that people have, and public speaking is the first. Do you agree? If you agree, put A. Yeah. Many people, yes, Arthiraji, I have seen many people, including me. I also suffered from that fear. It is called a glossophobia. Glossophobia. Once when I was asked to propose vote of thanks, I said, no, find somebody else. They said, no, you are the film club secretary. You must. How that the previous day night, I lost my sleep. I couldn't sleep. All the worry and all those things. Then I stood behind the mic. I said something, few words. It was barely audible. It was not even audible to me. I couldn't hear what I told them. So that public speaking, how I overcame that one during the discussion, if you want, I will share that one. How I overcame that fear. The best prescription for success is to gain and apply knowledge. Not just to gain, apply. 4 treasures of knowledge and wisdom. Quotes. Make it a habit of reading quotes. I started reading habit 1980. I have a personal collection of more than 40,000 quotations. That is when that one stimulates me. That one makes me also come out with my own quotations. My own quotations because of that habit. Reading habits and that quotations. And you have seen plenty of quotations I shared with you. Meaningful. Then proverbs, idioms, slogans. The best thing a human being can do is to help another human being know more. My dear friends, that is what I am doing after my retirement. I am donating my time, energy, and knowledge to help others also know more, enlighten them, empower them. I'm telling a fact. Is it true? What I'm telling, if it is true, put T. If it is true, yes, Amit Kumarji, true. Thank you. Yes, true. That's what I'm doing without expecting anything in return. The satisfaction I get. I know some people, including here, we have that Dr. Sanal Kumar and many other people, Roy Ji, their feedback, how some of my takeaway messages empowered them by applying them in their own life. So that gives me, yes, that satisfaction. I'm not wasting my time or I'm not wasting the time of the listeners. There's much pleasure to be gained from useless knowledge. That is why people engage in gossiping. Gossiping and rumor mongering also, you get some kind of information, some kind of a knowledge, or false or fake, you enjoy. That is why people are addicted to gossiping and rumor mongering. Do you agree, Archana ji? This is my own this one, that quotation. Then I thought, what would be a real example? And I thought, okay, gossip and all those things. People enjoy newspapers. These days, newspapers, they don't report actual facts and truths. They are gossip mongers. They are rumor mongers. Oh, speaker, Lok Sabha election, yeah, TDP wants that seat. And this is that one. There is going to be a strip this one. These are all their own gossip and rumor. Last time they said, okay, TDP wants the home ministry and Nitish Kumar wants the railway ministry. Nothing. It was an unconditional support. No problem. Media, gossip mongering and rumor mongering, be careful. You can't win until you are not afraid to lose. During the discussion, I can explain this one. That fear is the one which holds you back. Fear of criticism. What will others think? चार लोग क्या कहेंगे? क्या सोच लेंगे? That fear. If I fail, what will others think? So people don't even try. I had that fear. When I overcame that one, yes, everything changed. I don't care what people think. People are stupid. Be careful who you open up to. Only a few people actually care. The rest just want to have something to gossip about. If you have some problems at work or at home or with your children, don't tell to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. They are not going there to empathize. They'll be glad you are having all these problems. Yeah. They will go around and gossiping about that one. Don't. Be careful. Is this point agree? Do you agree? Put A. I used to, in the past, long time back, I used to share certain things with some people, believing, trusting them. And what did they do? Yeah, they distorted. They distorted. And everything. Then I had to defend myself. Oh, no. That's not what I told. Oh, that's not what I meant. Now these days, no. Certain things I learned in the hard way. Science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know. Bertrand Russell. Upcoming talks. Next week, power of proverbs. Stupidity quotient. You might have heard about IQ, intelligence quotient. But you must know what is stupidity quotient. That talk will be very interesting. Okay, very interesting. And on a scale of 1 to 100, some people 100%. Okay, SQ. Stupidity. There's no way you can make them understand anything, do the right things. They always do something which is stupid. Don't forget to join that session. So this is the ID, same ID. You can take a screenshot. Now I welcome your questions for the next 10 minutes. And my dear friends, questions about what I shared. After 10 minutes, from 9 o'clock, recording, I'll stop the recording at 9. We will continue the discussion. At that time also, you can ask more questions. Everything I'll be glad to share. And I will make a PDF file of today's talk so that all the slides, a lot of stuff, everything is meaty. I'll share that PDF file also with everybody so that you can just quickly review. I showed nearly some 35 plus slides. Okay, did you find this session really interesting, insightful, and empowering? If you found that one, put IE. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rocharian ji and Ajishri ji, Bindu ji. Because I am very particular that whatever I share is entertaining, so that is interesting, and then that is insightful, and that is empowering. Okay, now questions. If you want to ask questions, please raise your hand. Okay, Shaji ji, go ahead. Unmute. Please unmute.
Venuji, is there an alternative word for knowledge?
Alternative knowledge for?
Alternative word for knowledge.
Knowledge. They use most of the time information as a synonym for knowledge. So that is not right. That's not right. They use synonym, information. And
What
so that is
about
what I know. Anybody else? Archana ji or anybody, if you know an alternate word for the knowledge, please share it with. Because if I don't know, I'll say I don't know. I know this one. It doesn't come to my mind.
One more question. Well-informed thing, is it a knowledge?
Well-informed person, no. Well-informed, your assumption. Well-informed means he is aware. Usually they mean he is well-informed. He is already aware of this one. But knowledge is different. It's not just awareness.
Fully aware.
No, not even fully aware. You are aware and you think and you understand and you are now you know the consequences of not doing what you should not be doing. For example, seat belt wearing. 100% aware. People are aware. Okay, that you should wear seat belts. You should wear helmets. But some people, they don't. Then comes the penalty. They don't even realize or understand the consequences. Is this clear, Shaji ji? So that is the point. Yes, thank you. Shaji usually makes me think. I usually get a headache after Shaji's questions because I have to think. I have to think. I have to think.
Neuro problem.
You need some humor. You need some humor, Shaji ji. This is the only way I can make some people laugh. Now, Srimaranji is laughing, Roy is laughing, Archana ji is laughing, Salkumar is laughing, and including Shaji is also laughing. So laughter is a good medicine. Laughter will, if you laugh, your happy hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, everything will be released. So that is also I'm trying to do. Okay. Okay. Anybody else with a different question?
Sir, one question.
Yeah, go ahead, Royji.
Sir, could you please explain that Benjamin Franklin's quotation? We are all born ignorant, but one must work hard to remain stupid.
Yes, yes. That is whatever is it.
Thank you, sir.
That is, you can, just like, Garibi Hatao, old that election, that is a campaign slogan, Indira Gandhi, 1971. Garibi Hatao. The same way, ignorance Hatao. That is my slogan. Paraphrase. Your ignorance Hatao. How? By reading books, by listening to some talks or some discourses, or even some people
Listening to.
you can learn many things from Bhagavad Gita also. Don't think that is okay because I'm saying Bhagavad Gita, oh, he is a Hindu fanatic. No, it doesn't matter whether it is Bible or Gita or Quran. There are some solid, useful knowledge if you read that one and listen to. There are plenty of people, they give discourses, go and listen. And that will again, yeah, suddenly your assumptions and certain things, then you learn that it's okay, it's not the money chasing after the material gains that is not going to give you the more lasting happiness and what you should do about the character, values, and everything. By not doing this one, what do? They make time to watch all these useless TV debates, the political debates, politicians. Yeah, BJP, that is a EVM tampering. Okay, electronic voting machine. And that Modi, that what is, he has lost and all those things. And you stay ignorant. You are working hard not to eradicate your ignorance. You get it? So you stay stupid, born stupid, and you continue to remain stupid by not investing your time in doing the right things. And you say, excuse, I'm busy. I heard this, tired of this word, busy. What do you do by being busy? And going to the mall and again wandering and mall and going to the food court and spend there for 2 hours eating some unhealthy junk food, burger, this one. And then you go to the doctor. We are all happy. Doctors are all happy because you eat junk food, then only we won't have any business. The hospitals won't have any business if you start eating healthy food. Okay, so that is that is what the junk food that one. Again, knowledge. Everybody knows this is junk food. This is more fat. Salt is not good. Fried foods are not good. More sugar is not good. Applied knowledge. Do they apply knowledge? No. No. When they go for a wedding, this I have seen when I was in India for 5 years last time. Some weddings, when I go there, they serve sadhya. They put a lot of items, 13 items or 18 items, and sometimes they put this payasam, again 2 or 3 different kinds of payasam. Then they serve ice cream, 2 or different types of. I have seen some people eating like as if they have come from Somalia after starving for so many months. They eat. It is free food. They dump, and when already it is full, they may put their finger also inside, and then again push that food down so that they can put something more. And then next day morning, diabetic people, when they check their blood sugar, 300 milligrams. The blood sugar has gone up. Now they take extra dose of insulin. And they start worrying about that one. Is it a real scenario? Is it a real scenario? Put R in the chat box. Put R in the chat box. Because these are all the things that is I am sharing not fictional stuff. Okay, Royji. I am talking about what is happening in the real world. And that makes me laugh when I go and see that one people, how they are immediately, some people, Aditya Panditena Ponam, don't go for the second that one, some items may be missing. And your sambar, the quantity may be less, they will add more water. So they push each other, some or other get a seat in the first round itself. Eh? Eh? They are all very much about eating. Eh?
Thank you, sir.
Overeating. Most of the health problems are not because of the
They
undereating.
don't want to disappoint the host.
So that is what you can rationalize. Oh, I don't want to disappoint, but they don't want to disappoint the doctors also. Then they don't want to disappoint the host. Then they go to the hospital because the blood sugar, everything is uncontrolled, everything. So then now they don't want to disappoint the doctors also. Now I think that we can stop the recording. Amanji, do you want to say anything? This Mr. He has joined from the Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. Mr. Why don't you unmute and say a few words? And I was told that he will bring some students also. I think that some students also have joined this session.
Telangana.
Yeah, unmute it, Aman Kumarji.
Venugopal ji, namaste. We have few children over here and they wanted to ask a question, and I really heartfully thank you for the service that you're doing for children, and you have been kind enough that you have extended your time for children in India during India time as well. So children, anyone who has question, come over here. Let's.
Okay, okay, Aman Kumarji, I'm going to stop the recording, but don't go
Sure,
away.
sure.
Only stop the
Definitely.
recording, then we'll continue the session.
Yeah, definitely.